guys, so as you can see from the title of this video, I am no longer vegan, and I just wanted to talk about why that is and why I came to that decision, because it's obviously not an easy decision for someone to make. I was only vegan for 2 years, and a lot of people go vegan for much longer, but for me it just wasn't agreeing with my body, and I couldn't do it anymore. Obviously we all know about my struggles with my skin conditions and other stuff because I'm very open with that stuff and I talk about it often. So let's get into it. My skin was a major reason for why I decided to not be vegan anymore. I was eating all the right things. I was eating the beans, the legumes, the tofus, the tempehs, the veggies. I was eating all the things that vegans tell you to eat, and I was so strict with my diet. And don't get me wrong, because like those foods helped me in other ways too. Like I now understand fiber and I understand protein and I understand all of it. And I also got really interested in it, and so I started studying nutrition. I started taking omega-3s, and that is mainly found in salmon. So I started with a supplement taking an algae omega-3, and it helped my skin out a lot, and so I started eating more fish. Fish was the first thing that I started to eat more of, and the more I ate fish, the more I sort of broke down the barrier in my mind that this is gonna sound really weird, but that animals aren't meant to be eaten, they're meant to live, etc. It sort of started breaking down those walls because my mind sort of switched, and I decided that, is it not recording anymore? If you guys hear sounds, it's because I'm at my local library. I tried to film with this, but it didn't work. I don't know how to do it. Whatever. So yeah, I came to a realization that fish have been farmed forever. Like they are probably the most natural source of food that humans can eat, and humans have been eating forever. And so when I was eating fish, I sort of came to that realization, and obviously I'm studying as well. So in my studies, I'm like, why are we so like particular on like the foods we eat? Like why does foods affect some people and foods don't affect others? And then I got down to the root core of who we are, and it's because we're animals. We are omnivorous animals, and we are born on this planet with the same rights as every other animal. Just because I am eating meat, or in the vegan world, dead carcasses, it still makes me worthy of living a life. And I made a massive transition as well of eating no processed foods and more health foods, and in that transition I realized how scarce in the natural world protein is for us. Like pre-farming and pre-packaging, we wouldn't have access to a bunch of beans. Like it would take so long to harvest a bunch of beans. We wouldn't have access to tofu. We wouldn't have, I mean, tofu's been around for ages. Like I love tofu, don't get me wrong. Tofu is stunning. But again, beans. And then like, there's also tempeh, which is also beans. So it's just like, you're just eating beans all the time, or wheat. And some people have gluten sensitivities. Maybe I've had a gluten sensitivity and I don't know about. Anyways, I'm not gonna get into a tangent there because I think that beans are amazing, and I will never not eat beans because my blood sugar levels are incredible. If you guys are wanting to lower your blood sugar levels, you should look into eating more beans in your diet because they help regulate the free sugars. Anyways, I digress. Yeah, so I found out humans are omnivores. We're not aliens, we're not reptiles, we're not robots. We're human beings who deserve to be on this planet, who deserve to have a good life as much as animals. And when I was researching as well, like what foods, like what animals are the best for the environment, the best nutritionally, and like free range, obviously I want to get like the good stuff from animals who've lived a good life, because I believe that if you treat something well, it'll treat you back well. So if you treat a cow like shit, the meat you get is going to be shit. If you treat a cow really well and let it have like a great life, although it might be shorter than a regular whatever life, it will still have bountiful results in its nutritional profile. This is so weird to talk about animals this way. So I now eat like grass-fed. I always look into my food supply chain. Like obviously if that's not your thing, you don't have to, but like I'm a nerd, so I like to look into this stuff. I track back my food chain and go, okay, is this actually organic? Is this actually grass-fed? Because people lie. Like there's this thing called greenwashing, and I'm super aware of it, and so I'm always double checking, always. I trust Macro, Whole Foods at Woolworths. I trust it. Coles have a really good free range, but I haven't done research. I just do Whole Food, like Macro, Woolies, whatever. It is a bit more expensive, but it really makes me understand the value of what I'm buying. So I ended up getting a blood test because my whole life I've had eczema, and I feel like it only flares up the worst when I'm not taking care of myself. And the fact of the matter is I was taking care of myself really, really well on a plant-based diet. However, there's something called heme iron, or like a non-heme iron, and heme iron is absorbed much better and more bioavailable than non-heme iron. So that's when I got my blood tests done, I was low in iron. And I know a lot of girlies and a lot of people are constantly low in iron because they probably face the same dilemmas that I do when it comes to eating. But when I came across this, like it made sense that my skin started getting better after eating fish. Like it made sense that my skin started getting better after eating beef and steak. It's because my body is low in iron, so therefore it's literally taking iron stores from my limbs, which are the outer parts, right? So like my hands, they're getting so much better now, like properly better now. It's like the blood is like fully circulating in my hands, which I haven't had in such a long time. And yeah, I eat meat. Also, Billie Eilish saying, if you eat meat, you don't love animals. What? So do cats not love, like, are we shaming cats for eating meat? Are we shaming dogs for eating meat? Are we shaming other omnivores for eating meat because they have to survive? No, we buy them. Like I was giving my cat a Whole Foods meat diet and it was too much meat for her. And she got constipated constantly. So I had to change her diet. Now she's like semi-omnivorous. This is good for her gut. I don't know. But you know, like we don't shame other creatures for doing what they have to do to survive. Like you guys eat tuna. What do you think tunas eat? Other fish. What do you think if you eat flake, you're eating shark? What does shark eat? Other fish. Like it's just like a whole chain that we are a part of. To not participate is basically making your body disintegrate. Well, not in every case. Some people are really good at being vegan, but I had mad brain fog. Like I can say this now because it's been a few weeks since I've reintroduced meat more frequently into my diet. I can't say meat anymore. Oh, it makes me feel sick still. But it's been a few weeks since I've reincorporated and it's been tough to reincorporate. Like I've had to like completely reprogram my mind and be like, no, this is okay, like I'm allowed to do this, I'm safe, I'm okay to do this. It's crazy. And my body also, like, this is gonna get a bit dark, but I had like terrible thoughts. My mental health was cooked, and I don't want to blame my medication because I genuinely don't think that was the root cause. I think the root cause is the fact that I wasn't getting bioavailable nutrients into my body. And so my body just started breaking itself down and being like, go and die. How awful is that? So yeah, to my vegans, to anyone with any chronic health concerns, I would highly look into your diet. And I know people might be a bit like upset at me saying that, but it's such a huge part of everything we do. But yeah, most importantly, be kind to yourself. Understand that you are allowed to be on this planet. You're allowed to be a human. And I cry. Like, look at my fangs. Do you think this is meant to like tear up plants? Like, these are not herbivore fangs. Like, I get some people like get dental work done to make them look like herbivores, but I'm not a herbivore. You're safe to eat what you want. Whole Foods is the best option every single time. If you don't know what Whole Foods is, basically non-processed food. So food that you see like an onion and you have to cook the onion. You see a chicken, you have to cook the chicken. You see the beef, you have to cook the beef. Okay? And it's not a nice process and it's gross, but we're omnivores, okay? I want to end this video with a cute little Q&A. So I asked you guys on my Instagram story what beans you want me to spill, because you know that's my thing. And I've picked out 3 questions that I'm going to answer. So the first one is by Duncan, shout out, and he asked, how tall are you? So I'm 5'4". I'm actually quite short, but I don't mind. I'm happy to, I've been always like teased for my age, just like playfully by my family. But I'm so fine with being 5'4". It means I can wear heels and I've got more options with partners. Another question I got asked was my green flag. So number 1, he pays for the first date. Number 2, he's creative with things that I might want to do as well as he wants to do. Like we click on that level. And 3, I love this. I love when guys do this, but they preempt what you are wanting to do or what you're thinking, and they act upon it. So say for example, they anticipate you getting your period and they bring you chocolate and they bring you a heat pack or Panadol, whatever makes you happy when you're on your period, or like they take you out for dinner and they preempt that, like they prepare for that, and so you don't have to ask them to do stuff for you. I like it when people can just do things without asking. Like, I'm not your mother, you're an adult, you can clean up your shit kind of vibes. And someone said the worst first dates. I feel like I've been on really good ones. The worst first date, I think, is going out for coffee. I just feel like it's a low effort date. Some girls really like it. Some girls really love to just go out for coffee because they think of it as like low effort for them as well. But I just think it's boring. Not really something for the memory book, you know? It gives, I just want to root and scoop. That's the vibes it gives. That's all for today. Thank you guys for coming in and watching my video. I hope I haven't made anyone upset with my reasonings. If you are vegan, and I will still embrace you, I will still be your friend. I don't want to change your beliefs. I've already decided mine, so it's not like it's a huge deal in that way. And I'm always happy to have healthy debates about it if that's something you're interested in, or healthy talks about it. But yeah, I think vegans are doing amazing things for the planet. I just want them to understand that they are also allowed to, if they ever do want to change their mind, they're allowed to do that as well. It's safe. Alright, love you, bye.